Hello, I'd like to read at least one comment that I've received from Hal Mycroft. Hal Mycroft. Hal Mycroft. Is that Hal Mycroft 194, who says Fox facing a legal case due to his referring to two gay people, one a drag artiste, in terms of paedophilia, puts his attendance at some of the Honor Oak Tavern demonstrations, counter demonstrations, in a very particular light. I don't know how sincerely he holds the belief that his words imply, sincerely enough to turn up to a pub with a bunch of far-right thugs and say that he supports them, but not when brought in front of a court, where instead he'll say that it was all in jest and the draconian judiciary have no sense of humour as they stamp down on free speech. Which is it, Laurence? Do you assert that these people are paedophiles or not? Or have you been caught running your mouth, once again, painting yourself into two mutually exclusive positions? I think he's been caught painting himself into two mutually exclusive positions. I don't think he's the only one. I think it's perfectly possible. And somebody's earlier said, here's it now. If you think that Wooden Fox is not a mean, spiteful individual, maybe you should listen to the things he says. I do listen to the things he says, and I reject them. I don't think the things he says speak of the person that he actually is. He's an actor. He says what he's told to say. He says the lines on the page. He's a little bit like Boris Johnson. He repeats what the last person who spoke to him might have just said. He repeats. That's what an actor does. They repeat, and that's his training. But at heart, like much of his family, he's a sweet guy, and I think he's badly advised, and I wish he would take better advice, because I think there's room in not only in politics but also in our wider social life and our wider cultural life for somebody of his caliber and thoughtfulness. I think he's a thoughtful person. I think he just says stupid things occasionally, but we all do that occasionally, and I don't think I don't think we should be defined by some of the stupid things we say, and I think these people that he called paedophiles, demonstrably not paedophiles, and I think he is demonstrably not a racist. But he's got a bee in his bonnet, and rather than pursuing him and being vindictive, I think our job is to get that, help him get that bee out of his bonnet. Help him to, wherever the bee has gone, let's readjust his clothing so the bee can escape. And this is all about being kind to the bee and being kind to Laurence Fox.